I keep smoke by the pound and women by the dozen. Polo logos as the coat, but I don't horse around with nothing. Keep it real and play it straight. I like buy women and money, make it both ways, baby. We get paid by any means. Get the hustle from my daddy and it's showing in my jeans. That's why every celebration come equipped with Hennessy. Grab the backwoods on some Frontos, ain't no relos, nigga. Just a couple chocolate women and some red bones, nigga. And she tryna plug her homie, so her friends came with her. She don't know too much about it, just we ain't lame niggas. That's a go. Play it down the middle, tryna kick it, that's a goal. Tryna get to know you for a minute, that's for sure. Hey, you know the vibe alright in here. It's a couple real niggas, room full of bad bitches. You keep that shit 300, babe, but we ain't fucking with you. I'm like, hey, senorita, it's really nice to meet you. It's a cold, cold world. You should come and be my heater. Get close, baby.
Bitch, you close enough now, back it up like you docking it. I'm not mincing my words, bitch, make that hoe drop like it's rocks in it. I keep quiet like a sock in it and let you climb on top of it and pop the trunk, remove the system, give your bastard son or sister. I'm half playing, never mind me. I've been off the shit since 7 times 3 and there's plenty pussy, but I'm choosing you. I know you think I'm God, but you ain't met the crew. I got plans for you. I ain't gonna hold you, but your man ain't for you. Promise that you notice me, old looking ass nigga. You growing like ain't to get you. That ain't your baby, that's your trophy. To make my thoughts, that's what your whole think. I heard her planning out the whole thing, and now you just baby food, baby clothing, and I bet you wish she never met the whole team. GK effect.
This is your boy Grizz,
and I'm your main man Ringback.
and this is the GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE Show, powered by
Unanimous. 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 Hey, it's me by myself right now. I don't know where this guy is. He's always into something. My co-host, I'm telling you. Good thing we got another co-host. It's Wednesday to Wednesday. How y'all doing out there in social media land? I want to give myself a round of applause. Can I give myself a round of applause? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Also, I want to give my homegirl, my other co-host, Ivory the Aries, good round of applause. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Another Wednesday. Well, last week, I really got ringed by this team, and I don't know what was going on. I got sick. Nobody came to check on me after the photo shoot. I was in the hospital. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I was just taking funny pictures. Then you had that gorilla dude on here just making all types of monkey noises and carrying on and sound bits and clouds and stuff. You had enemies on the other side of the team talking about they don't know. Bob Swaggart, I'm coming for you. I don't know what you got to do with this, but I'm coming for you. And whoever else is over there.
I didn't have nothing to do with it, Grizz. It wasn't me. In my shaggy bombastic voice, it wasn't me.
Well, how was your week?
My week was pretty good. You know, I'll take the good with the bad, but I'm blessed. I'm here. I'm happy. I'm free. I'm healthy. I'm safe.
That's what's
I'm
up.
good.
Yeah, that's what's up. I take it our buddy will be here shortly, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he got sick and ate something. No, we don't want to say that. I just keep having these flashbacks. But anyway, it's been a difficult week as far as in the news and a bunch of stuff going on, man, and just a lot of crap going on in this country. It was just crazy. I just jumped right into it. I know everybody touched on it earlier during the week, man, but I could not get past that dude. I guess his first name is Oliver. I don't know his last name. And what I saw from Springdale, I live in Springdale, right? So I know how Springdale can be, Springdale police can be. You can have good, like any one of them. You can have ones that are good and you can have ones that are bad. You know, you can have those ones that are, hey, get on about your business and blah, blah, blah. Or you can have that one that just wanted to say, hey, I feel like fooling with you today. You got them too. You know, they don't really too much bother you. unless you're doing something you ain't supposed to be doing. I don't really get her ass to pull over, so I'm gonna put that out there right now. Now, maybe when I wasn't living in Springdale, it might have been a different thing coming from because they run them tags. But since I live there now, I don't get bothered. You know what I'm saying? So they're always around, and I've spoken with a traffic stops and so forth, but.
At all times. Maybe there's some medication use or misuse or non-use. But it did seem to me that it was a little bit.
It's funny you say that because I kept saying to myself, like, I know this nigga didn't run into the bathroom, to the stall. Did this nigga just take off to the bathroom and go to the stall? So I'm like,
he runs in the bathroom stall in front of the police.
In front of the police. I like, hey, man. This nigga Fred, he really want to die for real, like. And
then he kept saying he gotta pee, but he never peed.
He never pissed.
Never went to the toilet
never.
the whole time. They was never even near the toilet.
Never. I'm like, okay. I kept thinking. That's what I said in the puzzle. I was like, okay, well maybe let's discern this for a minute. Now I'm an old nigga, so maybe I got to go to the bathroom a lot. You know, okay, officer. I am 50-some years old. I gotta go piss. Please escort me to the bathroom. Can we do that? Please, I don't mind. You come, you know, that's what we gonna think. This guy ran in there and did nothing.
Listen, the whole thing, the fact of the matter is, the way the police addressed that situation, he was a fool not to comply with everything they asked him to do. Because number one, too many black people don't make it home these days. Number two, you didn't even have to go pee. Number three, why you got that girl Keys up here doing domestic violence stuff knowing you got a felony warrant? I think you got maybe what you asked for, maybe you didn't, but I bet you won't do that no more.
Well, one thing for certain and two things for sure. He's alive, and now he's got to face that music, and now he can get that part over with his life. You know what I'm talking about? All that ducking and dodging, the felony warrant. Now,
did it a peaceful way.
Yeah, well, obviously something didn't click right.
That's why I say he a little touched. You know, something's going on. I don't know, but
it's love. It's love, it's bitterness, and the person on the other end, you couldn't see her face. She didn't sound bitter, but
she sounded like she wasn't trying to have nothing to do with what he had going on. She like, don't let him nowhere near me.
Right, none whatsoever. So I just like, oh my gosh, he's special. You're right. I believe he's special.
You gotta be special to do some old dumb stuff like that in front of the police in Springdale. You don't have no win, honey.
I know y'all ain't talking about that retarded boy.
Yes. I don't know if he's retarded or not. I think he failed.
I believe he got some kind of mental issues, so we ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, something
You
happened.
know what? That's funny you said that. We just got finished saying that.
I believe he got some kind of mental thing going on.
Something's going on.
Nobody ain't know it. It's coming out now. It's all coming and squeezing itself out to the surface of his pores.
Wow.
Either crazy or stupid. Which one is it?
I mean, come on. First of all, you doing all this performing, and you just got finished jumping on that girl in there. You doing all this mama. Oh, he was getting on my nerves saying his mama name so many times.
Baby, I love you. What we doing? I love you. What we doing?
He said, but girl, I love you. What are you talking about? There was love taps. They was love taps.
That was not funny, but it's funny. But yeah, I'm glad he got that on over with so he can move forward because she is ready for him to leave her alone. I can tell you that right now. Let me tell you something. Anytime
she snuck a pocket down the police.
It's being reasonable when they call the police and they not doing all of that. Ray, and he got the weed in the car. When they being calm, like, no, officer, I just want my keys. I want him to leave me alone. You know she is past done with that situation. She ready to go on and go.
Everything is calm now. She calmly snuck away and calmly pocket dialed the authorities. And calmly walked over there and said, Ray, no, you're not going to jail. No, you're not going to jail. In the back of her mind, she's saying, not at this very second.
Yeah, but your ass going to jail.
But once they go in there, you're not going to jail yet, baby. Right, they got to go look at the video first. They don't just take our words for it all like that. No, they gonna go see the video, baby.
They give him a chance.
And when they do, they gonna bring your ass up.
When they ran his name, they wasn't gonna ask no more questions because he already
It
got
started saying some shit, didn't it?
Now stand with his hands behind his back already.
Hey man, what'd he say? He said,
Hey,
"Sir,
planning.
please." Hey, what'd he say? Sir, please. Nah, I wrote this shit down. I couldn't believe it. He said, "Sir, please." Mama.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Watch out, bro.
He asked the police, "Get on the ground for what?"
Yeah, when he said,
maybe because you acting crazy.
they said, "Sir, we
And you not
am I
complying?
being detained?" He said, "Yes, you are
No,
being
he
detained."
said, am I under arrest?
He said, "Am I under arrest?"
He said, no, you're
He said,
being
no.
detained.
But you are being
You're
legally
You're
detained.
being detained, buddy. Till we sort this
My
out.
name Bobby Humphreys Jr.
That's what he told him.
Bobby's
That's what I'm saying.
Robert
He was
Oliver.
out of-
He said, "My name is Robert Humphreys Jr."
That's crazy.
We're going to entitle that Tased and Confused.
Okay.
Sometimes when you can't comply and you do the things that you want to do, you shall and will be barbecued. Hence the term tased and goddamn confused. That's what he is.
He said they was gonna barbecue. They done barbecued the man with the taser.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Now everybody want to be George.
Keep that door open.
Look, hey, I got a please, sir.
25. Give me another unit.
Why do people think they can act crazy and slide a few
Why did
sirs
they
in
show
there that's
that?
gonna help you? He like, "Hey, I'm doing nut shit, sir."
That's
That
funny.
don't mean shit.
No, I don't.
He said, "Listen, this sir getting ready to motherfucking burn your." Hey, when you do listen, this let me tell you something.
He did
I
good
used
by
to-
reaching in his pocket and making it out alive. He did good by running behind closed doors.
Oh, they
and
weren't
making
shooting
it
him
out
in
Yeah,
there.
I don't even know. I don't even know how he got past that.
They listen
He
because
did
you're
good
supposed to
just
be
be
able
getting
to.
tased by Springdale police. When
Because
they
you're
already
supposed to be
in
able to
the-
get past that.
in
Because we wouldn't be
initiative
having this
here in the
conversation
city
if he
of
was white.
Cincinnati.
We wouldn't be having this conversation if he
Look,
was white.
Right. Talking about some I don't know how he got past this and past that. He got past it because he was in there around too many people.
Are you saying
And
if it
it's
wasn't
kids in there. They
okay,
wasn't
got
getting
you.
ready to fire and do all that. And that's what they supposed to been doing. Now, what did y'all get tasers for if you just gonna keep bypassing the tasers and shooting people in their ass all the time?
This is true.
What is that? What is the pepper spray and all that for? People be, listen, your gun should get pulled after you did all the other weapons. I don't want to hear
Because
it.
you're dealing
And-
with, a lot of times you're dealing with the ones that got bullied in high school. They can't take the chance of getting slammed on their neck bone
Hey,
by the criminal in front of their co-workers. Now you acting crazy. They ain't finna be wrestling and tussling with some crack strong ass man.
you got cushion, nigga, with all that vest on. You got some cushion. You got some cushion. You got on that vest. You got some cushion. We don't want to. We ain't gonna keep babying you now. We not gonna do it. We not getting ready to do it now. I'm sick of them, man. Crying.
Listen,
I looked at this film. Let me tell y'all something. I looked at them. I said, "Oh no, here he goes." You know what? I need to start a segment every week instead of Donkey of the Day. We're gonna find guys like this that's doing dumb shit and want a pity party. I got raped. I got raped. It reminded me of Smeagol. When little
guy's stupid.
not the Smeagol, you know who I'm talking about. It
You
remind me of little what
you
was his
ain't
boy
ready to do
name?
that on here.
Daniel.
Hey man, you
You
cannot
can't
be
do that on
naming.
here.
Wait a minute, y'all ain't gonna stop me. I got things to do. Listen, it reminded me of little Daniel when David had him up against the glass out there like, well, no, you old hoe. That's what it reminded me of. All I know is I said, man, if this boy don't calm down, they fixing the barbecue. They done barbecued this nigga.
Well, guess what? If that's all he got, he did good. Because if he was somewhere else and in the mix of other people, the nigga would have got shot. I'm just gonna keep.
He would have got shot.
And the segment name is gonna be called "Get Yous Up Out of Here."
What?
With that dumbass shit.
I mean,
You got to pause out there.
Yeah, say
you
it
gotta,
again.
And when you say get you up out of here, you got to do it like you kind of got
can't introduce that
Down
segment.
syndrome. I got to do it. This is a segment today called Get Your Juice Up out of here.
What?
Get Juice up out of here.
Hey, man.
What?
Hey,
what
man.
in the entire hell?
With that dumbass shit.
You can that part all right, but that first part was real slow, nigga.
It's supposed to be. It's because the act is slow.
Hey, man,
Get
that don't seem like
Juice
an
up
act. That seems like
out of here.
real.
Get Juice up out of here. Schmuck.
Wow. Okay, so who's on your get your ass up out of here? Whatever.
Him, he the
said.
first candidate.
He the first one of the day. Taser boy.
Get Juice up out of here.
All
And he
righty.
ain't the only dumbass. We got another dumbass. The dumbass authorities down there in Texas that done said, well, you ain't got to wear your mask no more. You're free to die at your own will.
Well, I disagree with that because guess what? We're not supposed to be breathing in our own carbon dioxide. And when we do, that's why everybody's system weak when they do catch COVID and they die out because they already have you self-weakening yourself before you even get it.
I'm like
think
this.
it's population control.
I believe that
It's all of that. The mask doesn't help at all. I hate to see people with them on. We walking around looking like goofy ass ninjas, and ain't damn one of us got no kicks. When last time you kicked above your chest? See what I'm saying?
What?
What?
What the hell?
We ain't no damn ninjas.
Right.
Shit.
Hey, this
Hey, man.
fucks me up every time.
Man,
with this
you
bull
been
crap.
Serious
fucked up,
though.
man.
Yeah,
Listen, Texas is so big, it's so highly populated with a certain group of brown people that what person you know with some common sense is gonna say you don't have to wear a mask if you don't want to?
Man, it's a lot of white folks
Well,
in
my
Texas
thing is
too.
this.
It's
Why
a lot of
is
white
it-
folks in
Oh,
Texas.
wait a minute. I gotta ask you this. If
It
the
is.
mask ain't helping and ain't doing nothing for us,
Although it is a Mexican
why is
state.
it common sense to care about wearing it or not? What is the common sense coming in or not? The mask doesn't help.
We are
It's
at
been proven that's a hoax.
we are at the stage in this virus.
Dr. Fauci say to wear your damn mask.
Dr.
You better
Fauci
wear your mask.
is the worst person in the country.
Dr. Fauci
He
say
the
wear your
one
mask.
help invent the damn shit. Now he want to make you take his vaccines. I want to say it here today. They look, the rest of the show, they don't back this. Dr. Fauci is a bitch. I don't like him. If I could, I'd slap his glasses right down up there on the center stage podium. He deserves it. He's not for us. He's not for us.
A black
Right,
person,
what
you
the
want to run
hell are
and
you
jump
talking
to violence,
about?
the first thing you
Yeah,
don't like
man.
is what slapping on folks. You know what? Dr.
They
Fauci
shot
is
Fred Hampton in the head while he slept in his bed.
Ladies and gentlemen,
alive. You better listen to that man.
They shot Fred Hampton in the head while he slept in his bed.
What?
The only way to overcome this is with lead. That's what I said.
Anyway.
Okay, Dr. Seuss.
Oh Lord, we jumping all over the place.
Dr. Bruce, you ghetto Seuss.
I believe that the no mask thing, it is what it is by now, people. It's like this. It's like the first time the first COVID hit, the first time it hit and we was this and they loosened up. Man, they gotta loosen back up for the country to get this money and do what they do. They got to. It's you either protect yourself as best you can and do what you feel is best and keep it moving because progression is here. And I feel with these vaccines that these folks has got, that's going to be enough to say,
There
hey.
should have been a stipulation, Grizz. They should have said if you got your vaccine, you don't have to wear your mask. But don't be running around talking about something you could be sick as hell with COVID and you ain't got to wear your mask if you don't want to. That's some bull.
It's a mental thing, for real.
Guess what? The
because
mask ain't gonna stop nothing.
Right, because
The
before
mask is just for y'all. What? It's not stopping nothing.
it's like a placebo.
To wear your mask.
It's like
If you
it's like a placebo.
Keep on
because
representing this man. He is lying to you. And I don't like it. Nah,
Hold
he
on.
lying to my people
Hold
now.
on.
No,
At first you heard this. You heard this. that you needed to double up, triple up on your mask in order for it to be effective. That was the second or third thing going on. First, it was you need a mask for it to be this, to prevent you from giving it to somebody or somebody giving it to you, but it's cloth or whatever, so it can still do blah, 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 blah. So, in actuality, it is a placebo. You know what I'm saying? This virus is man-made, it's here to stay. It's all over. So you have to do your due diligence and do what's good for you and your family and what you feel like. Hey, if a mask feels like it's protecting you and you feeling some type of way, so be it. That's what a placebo is. They give you a fake pill to think that you feeling better, tricking your mind into feeling better. So if you can trick your mind into feeling better or saying, hey, you have some people to say, I don't fuck with COVID and COVID don't fool with me. You know what I'm talking about? I had that mindset. You know what I'm saying? Or I can beat this or beat that or blah, blah, blah. If you have that, so be it. But you're going to have something because this is what it is. So Texas opened it up. We have that, not even Texas with the mask. We have an issue right here dead at home in Cincinnati as far as the Cincinnati public school system and the kids going back to school. You know what I'm saying? There's a big discrepancy about that. I didn't catch the news, but a piece of it, but the kids demanding stuff as far as education and so forth, and it's crazy. I just tell everybody, do what's best for your family. It is what it is. We gotta keep moving, man. We gotta keep moving. I was at shout out to Chris, Deaf Chris, and his party Rollo and them hosted, and pretty daggone thick, you dig? I took some video and did a little promo and promotion because that's what we do. And it was thick as hell in there, boy. It was
and they had no mask on.
It was every player from the Himalayas was up in that mug.
Yeah, I was supposed to go, but I ain't go, man. I had a falling out with these fools.
It was people had their masks down here around their neck.
Well, that ain't helping.
No, it wasn't. But teach his own.
It wasn't gonna help if it was on.
Well, with me.
Well, I'll say this. I can agree to disagree with y'all on this because I'm gonna listen to Dr. Fauci and wear my mask because I ain't got COVID.
He gonna leave you disabled.
Wear my mask. Because when I go out in the public and when I go in the stores and when I'm around more than 6 people, when I'm around people and I can't stay more than 6 feet apart, I wear my mask. And I do so because my son has asthma. And he was born with premature lungs, and he was on oxygen for his first year of life.
Right, so he can't risk it.
I feel like I don't want to take the risk of calling it a hoax or a myth or whatever.
It's not a hoax.
Take all the safety precautions and not catch COVID. And when, certain people that's not wearing their mask catch COVID, then I'm going to be like, you should have been wearing your mask.
But what you going to say to the people that was wearing their mask and caught COVID? What would that do then?
You should have been wearing it all the time. You weren't wearing it at the right time.
No, they was wearing it and caught it, and how did that happen?
No, they weren't wearing it all the time. They was interacting with the mailman, the food delivery, the pizza guy.
Only thing people can do is don't go nowhere, because if you go out in the world and you go anywhere where COVID is at, you're going to have the potential of catching it unless you're in a biosuit.
Right.
Period.
That one mask that you have on, is not.
It's not a hoax. That's why we saying that. It's not a hoax.
Yeah, it's not a hoax.
It's a real virus because people's out here. The people that you supporting is the people that made sure it was a virus, so they can get you some vaccine money.
You take the vaccine? Did you take a vaccine?
Well, not support. I mean, listening.
Right. Went to school for a long time to be able to tell me what is the healthy way and what is the unhealthy way. See, I'm not finna be going to school for 15 and 20 years, so I can't tell myself what's the best thing. But somebody that's well-educated and well-rounded and that has the information, that has the research, they have the sources, he has verified these facts.
Let me put the scenario.
But when we do that,
let me put the scenario in your head right quick. All right, now I do computers, right? And Bill Gates do computers. But no, yeah, he is. But let me tell you this. When you get a virus on your computer, you know who made that virus? The same person who can cure that virus. That's how that game began. When you got McAfee and all these antivirus people, these people are the people who sit here and create this bug, but also create a cure for this bug. So don't sit there.
Created. What I'm telling you is in that help of creation, he figured out if you wear this damn mask. Look at China. Look at them.
You don't get what I'm saying.
All that time mandated, doing what they were supposed to do. They ain't got to wear their mask now unless they want to. Because why? The COVID rates are dropping. Are they dropping here in America? No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Because this is where the attack is really at.
You know what? And
China ain't really killing themselves.
And when we first started, you was right. I have to give you was right when we first started because I was arguing with you about this COVID. And now in the news today, 7-8 months later, they're talking about what you was saying before. Not everyone dying from COVID. They saying COVID this and COVID that and COVID that and COVID this. And now they coming out like, hey, this person
people that didn't
die from COVID. But they were saying they was COVID, so the numbers were inflated. They was this, that, and the third.
They were crazy inflated.
Crazy inflated. And it's not saying like it's not a hoax, it's real deal stuff. People, it's a form of population control. Call it what you want.
Just like the flu ain't a hoax.
Yeah, it's real deal.
Still kills more people every year than COVID has right now. It still does. COVID still has. That's why I don't know how is it a pandemic if it ain't surpassed other stuff.
Let's just look at the death rates.
But the death rate, the death rate is false.
Info.
That's what they said in the news on the day, that they have to go back and because the death rate is false.
Wait a minute. You saying the death rate according to the COVID death rate. I'm saying exclude COVID. Just let's look at the America's death rate at all period as a whole. Pre-COVID and post-COVID. A whole lot more people died once COVID was out and running rampant than they had been dying at the same rate without COVID.
No,
now,
the
I'm
news.
not saying you can blame it all on COVID, but what I'm telling you is the death rate did significantly increase on the behalf of COVID. So I'm going to say COVID contributed a large amount of those deaths because ain't nothing. What else spiked the death rate just out the blue?
No, with the false advertisement, false. This person could have died of a heart attack. This person could have died.
I'm not saying they didn't die of a heart attack. I'm saying it's just way more people died, period.
No, the news is just reporting that for that scare tactic.
See,
but go ahead.
This is the thing. It's a lot of deaths that happen every day that no one ever hears about. That you only hear about it if they want to talk about it. So right now they want to talk about all the deaths and put deaths in everybody's ear because that's part of the fear. Yeah. Everything is all part of a joint thing for fear, control.
Right. Exactly
that's what it's about.
That scare black people more talking about this vaccine than they hear talking about COVID. Because
that doggone right about that.
Into the next topic. What I was going to say was the vaccine. Of course, the news is reporting that black folks are skeptical of it, which we are, and that we're not getting it in our communities, especially here in Cincinnati. I don't know where else y'all out there, where y'all at, just tuned in. Thank you on Instagram, just tuned in right now, and on Facebook and YouTube Live. But I don't know, but I do know. I'm going to say that again. I don't know, but I do know that we are a little leery of this vaccination. Can't get it in our neighborhoods, in urban areas, urban black areas, to get the vaccine.
Don't do that, man.
No.
Well, if you have a certain insurance, no matter where you live, certain insurances for those, let me just give a little bit of information for those of us use assistance via Medicaid. And your Medicaid plan will provide you transportation to go outside of your region or your area or your neighborhood or wherever to get to a COVID. So do not let the fact that you lack economic resources our financial resources hinder you. If you want the vaccine, you can get it.
Did you?
Hook up your ride, tell them that you need to go for your COVID-19 vaccination. They will get you there and get. Let's just say that. Number two, I'm going to say that medical history, we as a Black culture have always been skeptical of medical procedures of any sort, simply because we were the culture of people that got pulled up out of the slave house and wherever else and got forced into a lot of medical procedures and research studies and things that we didn't want to take part in. So that history has continued to repeat itself with us being tricked again with the Tuskegee, with the herpes incident, and everything that's happened in the history. And when you think about when they do research, the first thing they do is monetize a lot of research, because why? It's going to attract the lower income class of people, which is the Black and brown people, typically, and they'll do all their little research and guinea pig case studies and all of this and that, and then they'll come out with numbers based on how we respond. That's typically how it goes. So yes, we are leery of a vaccination just as much as we are of the dang on illness. COVID-19 and the vaccination are one in one. When you talk about how do we feel about it, we skeptical of the whole thing.
Did you take one yet?
The vaccine?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
You sitting here talking all that mess about protection and not catching it. But
I'm gonna wear my mask. Let me tell you something. If I get the vaccination, I'm still putting a form of that virus in my body. Period. And it's up to my body to be able to fight that virus, fight it off, and use it in a way that's been beneficial for me in the event that it would attack me on its own. I'm not taking a chance.
Hold on.
I'm wearing my mask.
How do you have you been tested for COVID before?
No.
Okay, so check Dig. You don't know if you had it or not. You don't know if your body has.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I do believe that my entire family had a low strain of COVID-19 right around Thanksgiving, like around the Thanksgiving time, November-ish, just early December. I honestly believe my entire family had a weekend strain of it. We were all in here sick. My husband, oh Lord, my poor little husband. My son was so sick. We was in here giving him asthma treatments every 2 hours for about 2 or 3 days. So I do believe that we have endured some strand of it, but thankfully we made it through. But I don't discredit COVID-19. I'm just not down with the virus. I got enough sense not to let them folks go putting any old thing in my bloodstream.
Well, on my job, I had to take the flu. I ain't had a flu shot now. I don't know when, so I was little. But, dealing with IT and what I deal with in all these companies and so forth, contracts and so forth, they said you had to get the flu virus. Now, they offered the coronavirus.
You mean the vaccine? I hope they didn't.
You gonna be getting it?
How do they? I don't want it. They said on the vaccine,
it ain't mandatory.
It wasn't mandatory
yet.
It wasn't mandatory. So he was like, "You could take it if you want
it." If it becomes mandatory for your job, are you taking
it? I'm not discussing how I'm going to get out of that.
I'm live on the air. Just know I got a plan.
Yes. Because I do not want to take
just
that.
Know your plan.
And it was presented to us, and they said, "Hey, you could take this if you want." I don't want that mess. I already got the damn flu virus shot. I didn't want that bull crap. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want this bullshit. And then you got Johnson & Johnson coming up with some quick one talking about this 72.
No. They know we ain't trusting Johnson &
Johnson.
They
No.
been getting folks cancer with that damn baby powder for years.
No, I don't want nothing to do with them people.
Dr. Fauci, Bill Gates' best friend.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, they are.
Last I checked.
Wear your mask. Wear your damn mask.
I ain't doing. Actually, I'm not doing anything them two say. Anything that they say, I'm doing the opposite of. I'm not doing nothing they say. I know better than them. No,
I just stay out of people's face, and if I'm in the crowd,
half the work that Dr. Fauci even
I just
taking
have my
credit
mask
for,
on.
he stole from Judy.
and I have the little filter in it, so you got 2 to get through, and then little stuff to keep my hands clean and keep it moving. You know what I'm talking about? It's not gonna stop me from doing what I'm doing. And now that the weather's warming up, I got these promotion cars that pass out and hit these streets hard because we are coming to you live, you know, out there in social media land. We want y'all to pick up on us with these organic views and so forth. And if you out there, you can call in 1-513-788-2534. Y'all call in. We want to hear from y'all too. You know what I'm talking about?
I want to take it. I want to talk about something else too.
Go ahead.
I want to talk about dude that did that triple homicide on the east side.
Woo!
You heard about that?
I read
Oh, the
about that
dude up
day.
and ran to
The
Detroit?
bad mother shut
The
your
nigga ran to
mouth.
Detroit.
Chandra Moore.
You know, dude?
Chandra Moore.
You know him?
That boy something else, man.
Nigga look old as hell. He older than me, man.
55.
Yeah, he looked like he about 65.
And his wife was 28.
Damn, really? She
But
was.
if you know anything over there, she was like a streetwalker for real.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They
Allegedly.
They like
Allegedly. You gotta
like-
say allegedly.
I'm not saying alleged nothing. I know these people.
Okay.
Well,
All righty.
I say she might have allegedly might have. Let me let's stop. Listen, God bless the dead.
Man, please.
God
Show
bless
some
the
respect.
dead. We're not doing that.
Thank
But
you.
I'm saying, but that was his wife, Lil Brittany.
So what was the
Well,
deal?
I tell you what,
Well,
he went out with a bang.
She started
literally.
messing with the white boy. I believe he got a little racial tension in his chest.
I was wondering when I
'Cause he
saw the
shot
white
every
boy
motherfucking
body.
body.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought maybe it was
But
dope.
now he got her. Apparently he killed her at the Arms building. Right?
in one of the hills.
Yeah. And then after I left out of there, he tied his he tied his shoes up and said, "Look, and I'm fixing to go around there and get your boys."
He said, and another thing.
And another
I'm
mother.
gonna get with these niggas over here too.
So he slid on around the outer wild, caught the brother and the new boyfriend and them over there chilling, fixing to go out, and he put a stop to all of that.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm retarded. I'm just basically
Well,
love
they gave
triangles
him
gone
time to
wrong.
go to his vehicle when he was in Detroit. This is, you know what? See, this is
Yeah,
what
crazy.
gets me about the police department. They knew that man was in a homicidal state, and they knew exactly where he was, and they knew he was in his room, and they wasn't sure if he had no weapons or not in the room. But when he left out the room, they allowed him time to get to the vehicle. Because why? They wanted to shoot a nigga. Unfortunately, he's in critical condition.
And he's
Fortunately,
alive.
a murderer has been captured and will be held accountable for his crimes, alleged crimes, because he ain't been found guilty or nothing. But
So
why don't you
so
even-
Detroit shot him.
Can
Detroit
I stop
police
y'all
officer.
right there?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't go by the law of these lands. I've already convicted him in my mind. You know you put that knife on that girl. You went around there and shot them boys and shot their goddamn peoples. And then you hightailed your ass to Detroit because you know everybody else go to Atlanta and you thought you outfoxed them. They was sitting up there waiting on your ass outside of Sweetwaters when you got them motherfucking wings.
Detroit, you mean?
I said Detroit.
I thought you said Atlanta.
I said you went to Detroit because everybody always running to Atlanta and you
Oh,
thought
okay,
you
gotcha.
goddamn outfoxed them. Came out licking your fingers, licking your little sweet water, little ingredients off your fingertips. They followed you right back to the room.
Yeah, well, he's finished. His ass is grass. He got to go through recovery and then he got to go through trial.
But you know
he
what?
better cop a plea and go ahead and mind his business because he ain't never coming home no matter what. And on top of that, another thing, he looked like he didn't have enough to make ends meet. No damn way. So 3 hots in a cot don't sound too bad to the
Well,
day he
what
died.
did
He
you
probably-
just
I can
say?
tell you this.
3 what?
I can tell you what I believe. Well, he went in somebody's pocketbook because he had him a room. And I just want to say shout out to the Detroit Metropolitan Police. I normally don't shout out the law.
What
He done paid for
is
their
going
hotel
on
room
here?
on his Social Security
What
card.
On
in the-
somebody else's dime.
What in the hell is going
Hey,
on the GRIZZBY
hey,
My 2
cuz.
Show today?
He got that room on somebody else's dime. I can tell you that. And I just want to say this. Shout out to the Detroit Metropolitan Police.
Stop doing that shit.
Even though I don't normally do this, but you know, somebody needs to point out, give this just when it's due. You know, because they didn't have to let him make it back to the room and polish off them Sweetwater wings, but they like, you can't do that to nobody. You just can't do that. They said, hold on, Sarge, man. Let him get a little time. He don't know we out here. Let him eat the wings, man. I can't do that. They had some compassion for him after he didn't have no compassion for other folks' lives. So you got to give him a little shout out, man. You ain't never had Sweetwater Taverns. You understand if you know what I'm talking about, man.
Wow. Are they black owned?
Yes, they black owned. They Sweetwater Taverns, ain't they?
Sweetwater. I don't know what the
They
hell this
got
guy
their
is talking about.
own authentic flavor on the wings, the ribs, all this type of
And
thing.
you got to go to Detroit to get them?
Yeah, they only in Sweetwater Tavern downtown, down the block from the Athenaeum.
Okay. Dig that.
You know, I'm telling you.
And you pretty sure he knew about these wings?
They followed him from the wing place back to the room. The dude talked to Sergeant into letting him polish off the wings. He looked at him like, come on, boss. Now, you know we can't do no
Hey,
shit
man,
like
you
that. They
got
Sweetwaters.
You got this goofy.
He said, all right,
man.
give him 8 minutes and no more.
Dig that. Dig that. Oh, my gosh. What y'all
He
got
gave him
planned
8
for the
minutes. He
weekend,
gave him
man?
8 minutes.
Are y'all going down to Atlanta?
No, I'm not finna go be a part of that foolishness. You know what?
I sure would like to be. Fuck it.
Everybody. Hey, first of all, shout out to everybody going down there to the All-Star weekend. Starting their
Let me tell you
vacations.
something.
Hold on, let me finish.
Atlanta done had 70-something shootings and 59 victims. Oh, shout out for what? You better stay
Hold
on.
on, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
Minute.
What?
When was this?
When? I only saw 3 this morning.
This was over the weekend, period. This was over last weekend.
Shut up.
Wait, the statistics are just from 2021. From the beginning of 2021, they done had 70-something shootings, honey, and 50-something victims. Now, the crime rate is high depending on where you at down there, but they done shot a nigga in Buckhead. And if anybody
They don't do that kind of shit.
Buckhead is where the uppity folks at. That's up there by Lenox Mall and all
They done
the
lost
crime
their goddamn mind.
So somebody got shot in Buckhead.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you
They ain't
stay
playing
away
them
from
games.
And you don't normally get shot at Lenox Mall. I've been at Lenox Mall.
I can tell you this, they not going to play them games about nobody getting shot in Buckhead.
Well, obviously they did today or this week or
They
something.
mad. Okay, cool.
Hey, the crime rate is high.
Wait till they
in
get a
Atlanta.
hold of whoever got
Check
something to do
right
with that
now.
shit.
Stay your ass where you at. You can get shot in Avondale. You can get shot in Millville.
My point
you
exactly.
You got to go all the way down to Atlanta so
You
they
get
got
I ain't
shot-
gonna lie. I'm gonna
It
tell you
seemed
the truth.
like in every city we go to, there's some type of violence
Where-
that's liable to happen. So that's part of it. So that's why I'm saying everybody that's on their vacation, starting their vacation this week, going down to Atlanta, starting out because they opening up the country and we getting ready to go do this and do that. Be safe down there in ATL. And it's got to.
I'm going, but I ain't going next
I ain't
weekend
gonna lie.
when everybody else trying to be going. And I'm gonna tell you what, I won't be trying to go to nobody's nightclub either. And I'll tell you another thing, I'm gonna have my mask on
What
when
the
I
hell
go.
is going on here?
This is great. Hey,
I
hey,
understand,
let
but
me tell you this. And the way where I'm at with it, I don't want to get shot in this raggedy motherfucker.
Right. That's
Well,
what
let
I'm
me
saying.
be
You
in
get shot
Barbados.
anywhere nowadays.
All the way in
I'd
Atlanta,
rather be
so
in
you gotta
Barbados
get shot
somewhere.
Down the corner before you get down there and they send your ass over to Emory Hospital. It's worse than you see.
I mean, you can't live in fear.
It gotta
and
be
you got
worse
to
than
know how to
because you
move.
see in the top 3 in the country.
You can't
I don't know why people keep
live in
talking
fear,
crazy.
and you got to know how to move. I was watching Hip Hop Uncensored, and some of the rules that they was going through, especially checking in, trick people, having people with the no-fly zone, and so forth. And now you've heard a lot of different artists check in with different people in the city to say, hey, I'm here, this, that, and the third. And you ain't got to be a celebrity to check in, but what I'm saying is if you got people in Atlanta check in. Let these folks tell you where to go, where not to go. You know what I'm saying? What to kick it at, where not to kick it at. Because everybody ain't street savvy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't go to the hole in the wall down
Depending on
here.
your personality can depend on what kind of nightclub you need to go to, because everybody ain't having a bullshit. And I done been down there and I done seen the police let a few of them get put right to sleep in the parking lot. And they let the first people go on about their business. They don't give a damn. You shouldn't have been talking that trash and running up on folks. I've seen it.
Well, they do that at a lot of clubs.
They do that, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
get beat up
everywhere.
and carry your ass on.
I can go to any hood and be good because I know how to act and know how to behave.
Plus,
you got to respect.
Is technically off.
Yeah, you got to respect. You got to respect where your environment. You got to respect the situations and so forth. You can't come in. You can't be from out of town and go into somebody's hood and be rah and Mr. I'm this, I'm Mr. that, and blah blah blah, showcasing this and showing out this. No, nigga, you supposed to be the fly on the wall, enjoy your good time and peep the scene and slide your ass out the way. I mean, shit get hectic.
You can do all those things
and still get popped.
No, you can do all them things that you want to do too, and you go nowhere. If you able to back yourself up, if it brings a problem, it don't necessarily bring a problem. But when the problem comes, you best be able to handle what the fuck you brought on yourself. And some people can.
Let me speak on
some people can.
Let's just say it too. Atlanta loves to have a good time. So if you get caught up in a situation where you got beef in the club, I'm going to say you probably was looking for it, because they dance and they shoot the shit down there and they buy drinks and they buy rounds, and it's not a whole lot of bull crap that goes on in the club unless you're just the kind of person that's looking for trouble. You're going to definitely find it.
You're going to find it.
It's a party city.
Or if you want to be in Bankhead instead of Buckhead with your party.
Oh, yeah, that's
another thing. Everybody go down there. I just want to see the stars. I just want to see Boeing homes and all this dumb shit. Then you go drive through there and the stray hit you in your ear. And now you're
That's what I'm saying. Be careful, man. A lot of people been bottled up inside, ready to get out and mingle. You see it on Facebook. They taking flights. They doing what they doing. Hey, have a great time. All-Star Weekend, if you ever never been to one, it'll be off the chain, man. You have a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of stuff to do within the NBA organization to have a good time, to say, hey, I had an experience. It ain't all about going to the hood all the time, this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. So also, that's an experience you should enjoy. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely,
incorporate
absolutely.
That. Get some culture.
Speaking of incidents, you know what also happened down in Texas? Did you hear about the SUV? There was an SUV, y'all, an SUV carrying 25 passengers. They got hit they got what is it called? T-boned by some type of 18-wheeler or some type of truck. I don't know if it's an 18-wheeler or not. And 13 of the people died on the scene. Two more of the people died at the hospital. But I want to know, how in the hell you get 25 people in an SUV? What in the Sam Hill was that?
What in the Medellin cartel in the hell?
Hey, I don't know. That's crazy.
Y'all hear about that on the news? That's crazy.
That's
there was 25 people in an SUV down in Texas, y'all, and 13.
It might have had to be like an SUV
they
scratch limo or something.
6 people were ejected from the vehicles, and you know how that look. It be body parts and all kinds of things be everywhere when it be them kind of accidents.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Praying for
they
them
got
people.
smutted.
Yeah, praying for them
people. So I'm
people.
just saying, drive safe, drive with the correct number of people in your vehicles if you're going to be traveling, and wear your seat belt so you don't go flying out the car.
Right.
Jesus. These simple things can save lives, including wearing your mask. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about.
Dig that. Hey, let me ask y'all this. $15 an hour.
Oh, man.
$15
Let me tell y'all
my
opinion on that.
Go ahead.
It's chump change. In this country, for any worker, I don't care what job it is, McDonald's, any of that, everybody should be making at least $25 an hour, because these companies is multi-billionaires. Why is everybody getting their sweatshop wages compared to you living? The way you got to live, what it costs to live, and how much they pulling in, and how they living? There's no way. You might as well be in an Asian sweatshop.
Okay, now hold that thought right there. Okay, so now we had this conversation at the 9 to 5 at the gig today, and couple guys at the job was upset. They was glad $15 an hour didn't pass or was off the table. Yeah, let me finish, because they said this: if you giving the average Joe a cart pusher, he said he's a cart pusher at Myers making $15 an hour. He said if everybody makes $15 an hour, that means everything is going to go up. They said it's going to go up and just be a mess, however they were saying.
But that's the thing. That's because they inflate the prices going up to make up for giving you more money.
That's what he was saying. That's what they were saying.
You can't allow them to do that. If they do that, then they didn't never give you $15 an hour, and we're right back where we started. We need to go up higher now. So what y'all want to keep doing this?
We're not talking about across the board. They only saying federal workers should make a minimum of $15 an hour. Now you think about all the federal positions.
Oh, just federal workers.
Let's say this.
A federal
I also
worker
want to point out this. You got all these politicians that's sitting in these chairs and holding these Congress and Senates, and they don't have no time frame on how long they can be in these positions, making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year just off their salary alone. That don't even include their business ventures, their stocks and bonds, their everything that they get that's inclusive with being in those positions. Also, the use of corporate income, corporate finances. Now, you mean to tell me you can buy you a damn office desk for $40,000 a year, and I'm the one out here wiping these toilets, keeping these federal buildings clean, government facilities clean, and I can't afford to send my kid to school for $40,000 a year ever? That's not right. That's not right.
And you've been saving for 12 years, still can't pay for the shit.
Absolutely. I think it's a crock of bullshit. Okay. Now, I'm not saying across the board, somebody pushing a cart at Walmart should get $15 an hour, but they definitely, let me tell you something, that person is working just like how everybody else is working. Now, maybe that person's mental, physical, or mental capacity doesn't allow them to hold a job that you feel like they should work and make all this money. But guess what? They still getting up, going to work every day. They showing up every time. So you mean to tell me those people are not qualified to earn a livable wage? That's not, I think the whole thing is BS. For somebody in 2021 to still be getting paid under $10 an hour for any position is horrible. You cannot live. You cannot sustain any form of lifestyle on even that, let alone less than that.
You can't in Finland some damn where.
Doesn't have the capability to go to school for 4 years and earn this degree so they can make what you feel like they qualify for. That's bullshit. I don't agree with none of it. I'm gonna tell you that, and I definitely think they should have increased that federal minimum wage when you got all these federal government workers getting more income, more stipend funds to dress up their goddamn offices than these people can make in a whole year. That's bullshit. That ain't right.
No, it's never going to be right.
I'll say that. Just look at this. Say you got one of these big companies, right? Say they got 10 workers on a shift, right? 10 workers, and they all only getting $15 an hour, right? But they say they drawing in $5,000 an hour. The company is. Say they drawing $5,000 an hour. With 10 workers, you only got to pay $15 a piece.
I mean, it's like a temp service. You know what
That's
I'm talking
horrible.
About?
You drew in all these bands, and you gave out them little few $15.
That's how the game go.
That ain't how the game supposed to go.
It ain't.
That's how they game go, and that's what I be talking about. How we be so quick
to run a business. You need a degree to work at the business. So the motto is is if you know better, do better. You got to own a company that's able to make the multi-millions where you're the one that can pay your workers what you feel like they deserve to be paid. So it's all about, again, you got to break that generational curse. You got to create a revenue. You have to create an empire where you basically can save the people around you, because you ain't going to save everybody. But you got to do exactly what the Walmart and Walt Disney's and all of these other people, these started out as family businesses.
I'm not
They
doing what they did.
tears. And that's why they feel like, hell, you wasn't shooting with me in the gym? Fuck your $15 an hour, homeboy.
Guess because they never was in the gym to shoot. They was outside somewhere in the car passing out gym orders while everybody was in the gym shooting. He wasn't in there. They schmucks. I'm sick of rich.
Well,
This is one thing. This one thing I'm not gonna do, and this is probably why I'm not gonna be where a lot of people are in their lives, or even headed in their lives. Because with me, I don't want to do it like them. I see you did this, and this how you got rich. I complained about a lot of stuff that you was doing. I didn't like it. So the first opportunity I get, I'm not going to shuck and jive and be like, ooh, I got the blueprint. Oh, I get it now. And then I'm going to go and pass out some $12 and $13 an hour too. Because, oh, this is how they do it. I'm not doing that. Because that would make me a hypocrite. That would make me be crying about something now. But once I got an opportunity to do it, now I'm on board with it.
Okay, so let me stop you right here. You start up a company.
Mm-hmm.
Your company, when you start a company, you want it to be profitable, right?
Right. All these companies, they're not just profitable. They're incredibly profitable. I'm a firm believer in how much is too much. And everybody's answer is, there's never too much.
I'm saying.
Yeah, because you're going to have your grandkids, and your grandkids going to have grandkids, and they're going to have grandkids.
I don't care nothing about what they... Listen, let me tell you this. I don't care about no grandkids coming behind me. They got a life just like I got a life. They got to get out here and make one. Generational wealth, yeah, it's there, but it's not for you to just come along and have a silver spoon. No. You're going to have to do things to get it. And you're going to have to set a path in life for yourself first in order to get it.
Generational wealth allows them that time that they can go out and study and master the craft of whatever that family business is. And they can build on it.
Yes, you do, because you got a business, right.
And the certifications that it takes to build that empire even bigger.
So, I had this conversation at work.
But that's
right. That on that one.
Me
but get it how you live, big dog.
My thing is this. That's cool. That's cool. But I'm like I said before, I hear people all the time complaining. They this, they that. They don't have to do this. All that money. And he only got 2 cash registers open in Walmart. Oh, they can do this. They can do this. They can do that. Oh, I hate that, man. It's not right. But as soon as one of these black niggas get a chance to do it too, they don't remember none of that whining they did.
It's a business blueprint, man. You have to have the business mind. And I disagree with you with the generational wealth.
Some things is tyranny.
I sit with, like I said, the person that owns the company I work for, and they hooking me up as far as on my way as venture-wise.
Well, first, what do you mean about what I said about generational wealth? What did I say about it?
That it's not entitled.
They gave their own way, and you ain't giving a damn about.
I didn't say that. I said that they're not coming into this world automatically just silver spooned up because they won't learn nothing. They won't learn nothing.
They're going to be silver spooned up, but they do have to do.
I'm saying they got to work. I have it set up to where they have to complete things in order to
I agree with that. Like things. I was getting ready to say, I work where I work at. Dude is putting me on the game. I'm sitting in conversations that most black folks don't sit in as far as generational wealth. And these folks is worried about the third generation. And I'm like, damn. And they just started this company not even 4 or 5 years ago.
They're thinking 3 generations. Damn.
Already. And he's sitting there, they're talking about we got to put something in place for what you just said, like so our kids don't blow this. And they talk about taking these trips, and they don't talk about these lavish trips. They be trips up to deep up north to these camping, this, that, and the third, plushed out, blah, blah, blah.
Because
this, that, and the third.
everything with them ain't a goddamn party.
But I'm
sick of that shit. What is all these niggas doing right now? They got a few dollars, got a few time. Guess what they getting ready to do? They finna all go flock somewhere and party. They're not gonna come together in that big ass group and be like, look, we all just got some checks and shit. Let's come up with a big venture. They're not gonna do it. Meanwhile, the same size groups is in all kind of clusters all over the world coming together. Yeah, they small parties. They thinking parties.
Hey, man, I was teetotaling pressing. He kept saying, like, man, we got to do something with this third generation because these kids is out here losing their minds, and they're going to go through the money. It's going to get to them, and it's going to go to the money. So we have to put something in place so we don't lose this money.
Well, let me tell you this.
Like, well, damn.
But what he's not telling you is
the generation one, and it's coming.
He's not telling
you the whole
story.
I still got my grandbaby after that too. Of course, he ain't telling me the whole story.
You know what he's leaving
I'm sending
out?
a fly on the wall, so I'm catching all of it.
No, he's telling you what he needs to be telling. But I'm saying it's a key thing right there, right? Let me ask you this question: if you dead and gone, right? I mean, you can only do so much. I tried to set y'all up, but at the end of the day, I really don't care. I'm gone. I'm not going to see what you did with the money. I'm never going to know if you carried the torch. But
somebody else
guess
in that
what
family
the true reason is? Power. If they mess up the money when I'm gone, then they're going to mess up a little percentage of our total power as a whole.
Yeah,
we got to keep our generational wealth going just like they do, because if he mess up and they mess up their money, that's another family we done lost in our power struggle.
This is true.
That's why they're still on top. They're thinking 3 generations ahead to stay on top with a foot on the back of a nigga's neck. But they had to have
something up for their kids, so he do worry about what their kids is doing. You do have to worry about what your kids are doing. You can't. You have to worry about it and set it up before you go.
But your worries end the day you die.
Right. So hopefully when you die, your stuff is lined up for your kids to be able to say, hey, trust funds. CD.
They be lined up, but you can't. You'll never know if it worked. You can't.
I mean, I'm not worried. I'm putting my trust in that I have set it up like these people have set it up for generations and generations to keep it going. So I don't have to worry about when the lights go off. Bloop. I won't know, but Junior here done this. Sydney done this. Salim done this. Next one done this. This, that, and the third, it's all in place. So I ain't got to worry about it. And that's where I'm trying to get at, man. I'm trying to that mind state, and I wish every Negro had that. And you said it. Everybody wants to get money and go party and do this and do that. Party and bullshit. Party and bullshit. What song was that?
This is what we got to start.
What song was that?
This is what we can't get out of our system.
That was Biggie.
It's absolute generational wealth. That's a whole different category. When you talk about generational wealth, where it's already set up, you're talking about families that own like the color red and you know, like that. You're never. How can you be broke when you own a color that's gonna always be used forever in time? So when you're talking about that kind of wealth, Bill Gates wealth, somebody that has billions and almost trillions of dollars.
Sick of it.
You know, that's generational wealth right there. So if you're not really reaching for that on a long-term big scale, you're not doing anything to contribute to that, to your family being in a position where nobody ever is going to be broke in the hood, worried about something, going to school, whatever the situation is, then I don't know. I mean, your goal is just different.
Right.
I mean, will you ever know what's going on with the money? No. But should you care? Absolutely. In my opinion.
Yes, you should.
I think people should be instilling way deeper values in their kids other than some wealth. Wealth. Wealth,
Well,
wealth,
that's
wealth.
the thing.
That's
You
all
can't
we
be
think
wealthy
about.
without being
Now let's think,
disciplined.
hold on.
You
Let's
have
think
to
about
have
this.
so many
Wealth,
Now,
other
what if your
things
parents?
that you know.
What if your parents had the foresight, or any of our parents had the foresight to set up wealth? You wouldn't be having that. You wouldn't feel the same way right now if you didn't have to have your struggles that you're struggling.
We'll never know because I didn't have that path.
I'm just saying.
That's
Yeah.
the only way to know. You can't say that I wouldn't feel this way. I could still feel the same. I could be like, I don't like none of it. We don't know. I haven't been there.
Nigga, you want money.
Listen, anybody
bottom
tell you
line.
money ain't never been super important to me.
Nigga, I ain't talking about super important, but you needed to survive. And if you had it to like everybody else,
You only needed to survive because everything we think we need to survive, we running out going to get it. Actually, you don't even need it.
Okay, so I take it
like this stuff.
You a simple
I don't
man.
need this to survive.
Right, all you need is a
technically
leaf.
can walk around butt naked and eat off the earth and never spend a dime. Now, will I be comfortable doing that and happy? Who knows? But technically, I can do that
Yeah, we
and
can do
not
that.
spend a dime.
Yeah, but you ain't doing
and
that.
live my days great.
But you ain't doing
Look,
that.
dope.
But you ain't doing that.
Things like that.
But you're not doing that.
I
You
gotta have me a little dope.
But you ain't doing that though.
I am smoking me some little dope.
Oh my God! Strike that from the record. I
Crazy
don't
as
know
hell.
what he talking
Listen,
about.
what is this? Is this a kiddie show?
No, it's not a kiddie show.
Well, I just been wanting to know this shit, man.
You can't smoke in here.
I ain't lit it.
But I'm just saying, if you wanted to live like that, you can live like that
Cigarettes
right
anyway.
now. You can live like that right now. That's called simple living. You can go out there in the bush and do that, but you don't want to do that. You want
know
nice
why?
things.
You know
want a
why
nice
we don't
car.
want to do that?
You want a
Because
nice
we've
ride.
been-
You want a
because
nice
our
house.
whole
You want a
living
nice
has been
big-
converted over.
You want a
to
nice this for
wanting
your
be
family to
like
live
the
in.
Man. The man that we won't do nothing to because we look up to you. We
How
wanna
is
be
having
like you.
nice things
But this
wanting to be
weak
the
ass
man?
nigga next door keep trying to find out my secrets I'm learning from you. Fuck him. But you, I ain't
Hey,
gonna
man,
touch you.
Hey man,
I
you
ain't-
is nuts.
I promise I won't touch you. Please. Hey, man, if you can just let me drive your McLaren just one time, man, I
Why
promise.
would you want to drive somebody
I
else's McLaren?
That's what niggas want to do until they get their own. They want to be like, ooh, this how I feel. Yep, I'm going to get one tomorrow.
I'm referring to you though.
Pathetic.
Not just you, but you were saying people could live simple. People
Yeah.
don't. But you're not because you want
You
a better way of
can.
life. You
can't
want a
live
better way of
simple.
life.
I'm not because I don't want to be the only motherfucker doing it.
What?
What good is it being living in the bush if you're the only one there?
Okay. Now, okay. This nigga.
All y'all, I'm like, I don't be up at the top of the mountain like half
This is-
naked.
this
Look
is
at me,
where-
I'm like, look at these weak ass niggas down there
This is where he
shucking and
starts
jiving with
glitching
white
and
folk,
shit.
man.
Because he's ready to smoke on that shit
Hey,
and forget.
I'm
what
gonna be
he
up there in the
fucking
mountains
feeling
like
about.
this, like.
See what I'm saying?
Look at these.
We do
like
not.
remember the Grinch that stole Christmas? How he lived all
Hey
the
man,
way
do
away.
not talk about the racist Dr. Seuss.
Do you know where the Grinch lived? Nowhere in Whoville, but he could see them little Who motherfuckers whenever he looked.
You know what? On that note, y'all,
Don't
it
do it.
is about that time.
No,
I-
it's not.
I-
No, it's
I
not.
ain't
No,
gonna
it's
even-
not.
I ain't
No,
gonna
it's
even.
not.
I'm not gonna even
No,
go
it's
there.
not.
You know what I'm talking about? I had a good time today talking with y'all too about the topics and so forth. We were supposed to have some people call in, but they never call in, assholes. What black business did y'all want to shout out today?
Oh, I got a good black business. You know, I be talking about food all the time. And I got Ray Jeans, and she's catering. She cooks
I
a
know
lot
who
of
that
times on
is.
Sundays. And it is my sister in love. So
I seen some nice shit coming out of there.
Her food is the bomb. So you gotta look her up on YouTube. It's called Ray Jeans, REGINE apostrophe S.
Okay, next week, can we get something else besides food?
Absolutely.
I want y'all to find something besides food. You come in here with edibles that
Don't you live in this city?
Now, I done had 3 that I didn't put on here in one show. That was not food.
We did too.
No, you didn't. Yours is just cooking.
BP.
You gave them hell.
Hey,
You gave them hell. That don't
me
count.
mentioning them, whether it's good or bad. Hey, you got some advertisement.
No. Oh my gosh.
And I never even said the actual what it was, but it's cool. I'm saying it today. And we also the Black Coffee Shop downtown.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, indeed. Please believe.
Oh, I want to shout out Black On too. I was watching something.
Got to shout out the Hard to Knocks and things that's been around.
Yeah, I'm
forever.
gonna get Corey. Corey, I'm getting him on the show too. I talked to him at the party. But Black On, it was some movie, man, on Netflix that I saw. Like, hey, that's a Black On T-shirt, and it's a very popular movie. I got to think of what it was. But shout out to them doing big things. But anyway, y'all, we about to get out of here. I got stuff to do. It's the weekend coming up. I got to get the hustle on and take care of some stuff. So, with that being said, Ivory, appreciate you today. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, damn. No, I don't want none of that. Oh, Lord. Oh, man, back up. I'm itchy. Hey. Stop that.
I thought one of these motherfuckers on your ass.
Man, you had me in the hospital last week and shit.
I didn't have you nowhere.
God damn it. But anyway, y'all.
I keep talking about that DNA.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fooling with this guy. Hey, don't be stuck on stupid and relaxed on dumb.
And stop saying my
and
lines,
we'll check y'all
man.
out next week. Next Wednesday. We out of here.
This your boy Grizz.
And I'm your main man, Greenback.
And this is the GRIZZBY is My 2 Cents Show. Powered by
Fuck that, I'm a Midwest alien. 3 play pins I can play and fuck a daughter, she's in my trisector. I persuade the ships to land when the sky let us. Only way of knowing is if my file's X'd up. Catch up, laser gun gorilla could get you hexed up. The average man can't withstand the brolic pressure. Don't compare me to these street niggas. They sell keys, I sell encryptions. What's the difference from a human to a cryptid? I don't have a circle nor a box I can fit in. Into portals, you can either get in or drown in the pool of mercury with the fishes. So vicious, gifted, no Christmas listed. Your defenseless shape, I can shift it. 6 feet, I could probably give you 8. Fuck y'all, above all in the different states.
To the grave, you're raised off the page. Extra, 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 extra.